Okay, tell me more about you.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans.
A scientist.
I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
What do you think now?
Has your opinion changed at all?
It has. I have been watching you and your crew. It has taught me a lot about your species. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
Intimidating? How so?
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
Me?
Why me?
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
You could have asked. Probably wouldn't have told you anything about it.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Me or the beacon?
You're interested in me because of my visions. You just want to know more about the Protheans.
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
Okay, what's going on? Right, now I actually have to decide who I... So basically I've now got a choice of romancing Liara or Williams, or Ashley Williams. Right. Yeah, I think... With that response, I think Drake's kind of... Not suspicious of Liara, but kind of... I was going to say I've known Ashley longer, I think, by like... maybe a few days. I don't know how long these journeys will have taken. I'm gonna... let's go with Ashley. So Ash is special.
I care about Ash. A lot.
I thought so. Still, I feel as if there is also some attraction between us, Shepard.
Wait, what? Have I been somehow romancing both? Oops. I just want to be friends. Because I would find it awkward doing both.
I'm not interested in you in that way, Liara.
This is very embarrassing for me, Commander. Please, let's talk about something else.
Okay. Let's not. Goodbye.
I should go.
This has got very awkward.
Goodbye, Commander.
Sorry. Codex. Asari religion. The pantheistic mainstream Asari religion is Siari, which translates roughly as all is one. The faithful agree on certain core truths. The universe is a consciousness. Every life within it is an aspect of the greater whole, and death is a merging of one's spiritual energy back into the greater universal consciousness. Siaris don't specifically believe in reincarnation. They believe that spiritual energy returned to the universal consciousness upon death will eventually be used to fill new mortal vessels. Siari became popular after the Asari left their homeworld and discovered their ability to meld with nearly any form of life. This ability is seen as proof that all life is fundamentally similar. Siari priestesses see their role as promoting unity between the disparate shards of the universe's awareness. Before the rise of Siari pantheism, Asari religions were as diverse as their political opinions. The strongest survivor of those days is the monotheistic religion worshipping the goddess Athame, Like the Asari, the goddess cycles through the triple aspects of maiden, matron, and matriarch. Interesting. Right. Onwards to downstairs. Okay, there's no stairs. We're going down in a lift. Down to kind of the engineering area, where we will chat with people. And we now have an orange cross down here, which worries me somewhat. Oh, it's just quad boxes. Oh, these are just points of interest, aren't they? I'll still have a look in the squad. No, I don't want to talk to you. Garrus!
Commander, good to see you.
Questions?
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
Interesting? How so?
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
I've been telling it a lot so far. Let's go ahead. How so?
What happened? Why were you investigating it?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly.
Burke and Hare.
We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
Is this common?
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
And what did you find?
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
No. Let's move on. So?
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Interviewing? Question mark?
You mean threaten? Was that really necessary?
What?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid.
That wasn't the question.
One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic.
Oh, they were using him.
Ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his
He was
body.
growing the organs in the bodies.
That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees.
Yes.
They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
Yes, that's sick.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Yes.
Exactly. They cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off.
Ugh.
Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in. Mostly yes, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I don't swear, but I want to say that one. No. Did you interview him?
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
What?
Why not? What the hell happened?
Yeah.
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
Well, yeah. They just let him go. Of course they did. Threatening hostages. What? What?
But you went after him anyway, right?
Yeah, knowing you, Garrus.
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. We just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
I see. I do. I do agree with their view, but I don't. But I can kind of see where Garrus is coming from. I see.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
It's a tough choice.
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
What do you know about him?
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart. His idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
Let's check it out then.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find it.